Good morning, everybody. Millie and I are here in the kitchen today. Oh, we're going to need a new glass of water, that's for sure. So today, Millie and I are going to show you how to make herbal water, vinegar, and oil for you to eat and drink around the house. And I thought I would share this lovely book called On Meadowview Street. Since we let the butterflies go and we're talking about if you plant it, they will come, and we planted a lot of herbs when we let our butterflies go, we're going to plant some more herbs today. So Millie and I are going to share On Meadowview Street by Henry Cole. And On Meadowview Street by Henry Cole. It was a big day. Caroline and her family were moving into their new house on Meadowview Street. After things were unpacked, Caroline's dad decided the grass was too tall and got busy mowing the lawn. Caroline was about to explore the new street to see if there was a meadow on Meadowview Street when she noticed a small blossom. "It's beautiful," Caroline said to herself. "And all alone." The mower was getting closer. Caroline thought, "I'd better do something quick." The mower came to a halt. "Daddy," Caroline pleaded, "couldn't you mow around my flower?" "Humph," he said, thinking. "Well, that's less mowing for me." Caroline raced inside the house. She poked around the boxes in the basement. "Aha," she smiled, "some string and some sticks. Just what I need." Before long, Caroline had made a small wildflower preserve. Then she noticed another flower had bloomed nearby, so she made it bigger. Her preserve got bigger and bigger and bigger. "That butterfly seems to like my little garden," Caroline thought happily. As the grass grew taller, more flowers popped up all over the yard. Soon there were different kinds in different colors everywhere. Caroline's dad had a great idea for the mower. "For sale," he said. One day, Caroline sat in her preserve in the heat of the sun. "My garden needs a shady spot," she said to her parents. "A shady spot sounds nice," replied Caroline's mom. Soon, a truck made a delivery. Caroline's mom took pictures. "Welcome to your new home," Caroline said to the maple tree. The next day, as Caroline admired the maple tree, a wren landed on the end of her shovel. "Oh, you're looking for a home too," thought Caroline. Caroline and her dad got to work. They found some plans for building birdhouses. Caroline helped cut the wood and nail the pieces together. "Perfect," thought Caroline, and so did the wren. Right? We talked about it. If you make your garden friendly, everybody's going to come and visit. In no time, there were birds and insects everywhere, around the tree and zipping among the flowers. Soon, the wren house was full of twigs for a nest. Caroline wanted one more thing. "We need a place where everyone can get a drink of water," she said. The next day, she and her dad began building a pond. They dug a large, shallow hole and lined it with a heavy plastic sheet. Caroline added plants that liked living in water. She lugged large rocks to the edge, making ledges and little caverns for creatures to live in. The more Caroline and her family worked on their yard, the more it changed. It was now a home to many things. Right? Look at theirs. They've got all this nature. And their neighbors are sticking with grass. soon the Jacksons' yard changed, and the Smiths, and the Sotos. They decided they wanted their yard to look like Caroline's. And now there really was a meadow on Meadowview Street. It was home to ladybird beetles, swallows, monarch caterpillars, salamanders, bees, mud turtles, green snakes, copper butterflies, skinks, meadow mice, dragonflies, and even hummingbirds. There was a home for everyone. And that's the end. So we're going to pop out into the garden and we're going to make an herb basket. And then I'll come back inside and show you what we're going to do with those herbs. Okay, so back when we let our butterflies go, we planted some herbs because we know a lot of butterflies use herbs as their host plant. And I figured I would make an herb basket for my kitchen. This way, if I'm in my pajamas or I don't feel like, or it's raining outside, I don't feel like running outside, I can just clip the herbs right in my kitchen. So we're gonna plant some herbs and then I'm gonna show you what you can do with the herbs if you're not a cook. Herb basket, and I'm going to do what we would be doing if we were at school, which is not only doing an herb taste test, but also making some things with the herbs. So the first thing you're going to do is cut your herbs. And here's my scissor. Herbs are good because are for children to work with, because the more you cut them, the more they grow. So you're just going to take your scissor and clip off the parts of the plant that are getting a little long or leggy. And the more you snip them, the more they're going to grow from where they were cut. So this is some mint. I don't want it too long. I'm going to give it a little haircut. Put it in my strainer. And I think maybe, well, see if you can do it. We'll cut a little of this purple basil, and we'll cut a little of this parsley. I'm not a fan of sage, but we'll use it. Give that a little haircut. So this is our herb basket that we just planted out in the garden. And this is what we're going to use to make our herb vinegar, water, and oil. So I'm going to give it a little rinse. And after you rinsed all the dirt off, comes the fun part. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make herb water. Now, when I taught kindergarten, this was one of our favorite things to do each day. We would go out, pick some mint. That's this one. And we would put it in our pitchers, and then put those pitchers in the refrigerator. And when we came back from recess, we would have mint water in the afternoon. It's as easy as that. You just take your mint and just put it in water. Now, I picked a lot of mint. All right, so we're just gonna make some more mint water. Since I picked a lot of it, we don't want to waste it. Just put it right into your jar. See, it's all nice and washed. Plop it right in there. Here's a little bit more mint. And then we just add the water. So if you are a kid who likes to pour and measure, you can make your own mint water. You can make it in a big pitcher full. And the longer it sits, the mintier it will taste. So I'm going to put that over there. Now the next thing we're going to do is, I need my funnel, is we're going to make an infused vinegar. So I've got my empty bottle right here. And I think my vinegar, we're going to do a basil infusion. So I'm going to get my basil and I'm going to pick it. You don't even really have to pick it apart. I'm just going to kind of squish it so it fits into my bottle. That's rosemary. We're going to use that for oil. I'm going to put some purple basil in here. So you see I've got my herbs in here. You can add whatever kind of herb you like. I happen to like basil a lot, and I have a lot of it. So I'm going to put that all in there. Get in there. And then using my funnel, whoops, we're going to add some vinegar. And then the last thing we're going to do is some rosemary oil. Now, we got this for Christmas from Miss Net's mom and Todd's sister. So we're just going to add more rosemary because we liked the way we used it all up. So we're going to put some rosemary into the bottle. And we're going to pour in the oil. And you can use this for cooking. So instead of using plain oil, some people, you could use this for salad dressing, or just when you help mom and dad cook. So I'll show you. Let me just finish putting the rest of the oil in here. And I'll show you how pretty these look. And that will be the end of today's lesson. So let's see. Put the top on. So we've got our herb infused oil. and vinegar, and you could put these together on your salad maybe we'll save these, and when we get some salad growing in the garden, we'll make a dressing with these. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, boys and girls.